Welcome to a spectacle of combat sports, where bravado meets reality, where cocky fighters step into the cage or squared circle with a swagger that screams invincibility, only to be humbled by the unforgiving fist, knee, or foot of an opponent who's had enough of their antics. This is the story of when overconfidence gets crushed, when trash talk turns to silence, and when showboating ends in a brutal knockout. Picture this, a compilation of moments that make your jaw drop, your heart race, and your eyes widen as fighters who thought they had it all figured out get a reality check they'll never forget. We're diving into 6 epic showdowns, split across 2 parts, each one a lesson in humility delivered with bone-rattling precision. The first fighter steps into the spotlight. Let's call him Jake the Flash Turner, a boxer with a grin as wide as the ring itself. Jake's got the crowd eating out of his hand, tossing insults at his opponent, Marcus Iron Reed. During the weigh-in, calling him slow, old, washed up, Jake's got the footwork, the charisma, the kind of energy that makes you think he's untouchable. He's bouncing on his toes, shadowboxing for the cameras, winking at the fans. The bell rings, and Jake's still playing to the crowd, hands low, chin out, daring Marcus to take a swing. Marcus, a grizzled veteran with scars like battle maps, doesn't flinch. He's seen this act before. Jake jabs, dances, even throws in a little shimmy to mock Marcus's stiff stance. But Marcus is patient, reading Jake like an open book. Then it happens. Jake drops his guard for a split second, taunting with a smirk, and Marcus unloads a right hook that cracks like thunder. The crowd gasps as Jake's legs buckle, his body crumpling to the canvas like a marionette with cut strings. The referee waves it off, and Jake's bravado is gone, replaced by the cold reality of the mat. That's the first lesson. Showboating might get you cheers, but it's the punch you don't see that sends you to sleep. Next up, we're in the octagon, where Mia the Mouth Alvarez, an MMA fighter with a penchant for trash talk, is making her presence known. Mia's been relentless, calling her opponent Sarah Silent Storm Chen a nobody in every interview leading up to the fight. She's screaming across the cage during introductions, pointing at Sarah like she's already won. The crowd's eating it up, some cheering, some booing, but Mia's feeding off it all. Sarah, though, is calm, her eyes locked on Mia like a predator sizing up prey. The fight starts, and Mia charges forward, reckless, throwing wild punches, each one punctuated with a taunt. Sarah bides her time, slipping and weaving, letting Mia burn herself out. Then, in a flash, Sarah counters a sloppy jab with a vicious uppercut that catches Mia clean on the chin. Mia's head snaps back, her body goes limp, and she hits the canvas like a sack of bricks. The arena erupts as Sarah stands over her, not celebrating, just nodding, as if to say, "That's what you get." Mia's trash talk echoes in the silence of her defeat, a reminder that words don't win fights, fists do. Now let's talk about a rookie, Leo the Lion Carter, stepping into the cage for his big MMA debut. Leo's been hyped up by the media, a young phenom with a highlight reel of knockouts in the amateurs. He's facing Diego the Professor Morales, a veteran who's been written off as past his prime. Leo's got the crowd buzzing, flexing his muscles, blowing kisses to the fans, acting like Diego's just a stepping stone. Diego, with his weathered face and quiet demeanor, doesn't engage, just stares through Leo like he's already picturing the finish. The fight kicks off, and Leo's all flash, throwing spinning kicks and showy combos, trying to make a statement. Diego absorbs it, weathering the storm, waiting for his moment. Leo gets cocky, drops his hands to taunt, and that's when Diego strikes a spinning back fist that lands with a sickening thud. Leo's eyes roll back, his knees give out, and he's out before he hits the ground. The crowd loses it as Diego walks away, leaving Leo's dreams of stardom shattered on the canvas. That's the third lesson. No matter how bright your star shines, a veteran's experience can dim it in an instant. The energy shifts as we move into the second half of this knockout saga, where the stakes climb higher and the falls hit harder. Picture a championship bout, the kind that headlines pay-per-views, with gold on the line. Enter Tyson King Ramsey, a reigning champ who's been untouchable, a heavyweight with a record that screams dominance. Tyson's facing Alex the Underdog Vega, a challenger nobody gave a chance. Tyson's cockiness is next level, mocking Alex at the press conference, laughing during the stare-down, even turning his back on him during the referee's instructions. The crowd split, some loving Tyson's arrogance, others rooting for the quiet, determined Alex. The bell rings and Tyson's playing games, hands down, chin up, daring Alex to test him. Alex stays focused, circling, probing, ignoring the taunts. Tyson throws a lazy jab, showboating for the fans, and Alex seizes the moment, launching a head kick that connects with a crack that echoes through the arena. Tyson's body goes stiff, his crown figuratively and literally knocked off as he crashes to the mat. The crowd explodes. Alex raises his fist, and the belt changes hands in one of the most shocking upsets in recent memory. Tyson's reign ends not with a whimper, but with a bang, a brutal reminder that no one's untouchable. Now we're in a kickboxing ring, where Zara the Shokan is putting on a performance. Zara's a fan favorite, known for her flashy style and mid-fight dances that get the crowd hyped. She's up against Elena the Blade Ortiz, a no-nonsense striker with a reputation for precision. Zara's been taunting Elena all week, posting videos of herself mimicking Elena's stiff stance. Laughing it off, in the ring, Zara's in her element, throwing kicks with flair, even pausing to do a little dance after landing a combo. Elena's unfazed, her eyes cold and calculating. Zara dives in to stop it. The arena is deafening as Nathan stands tall, his silence louder than Ryan's weeks of trash talk. The final lesson: disrespect might get you attention, but it's respect that keeps you standing. These 6 moments are more than just knockouts, they're stories of hubris, of fighters who thought they could coast on attitude alone. Jake Turner's smirk faded under Marcus Reed's hook. Mia Alvarez's words were silenced by Sarah Chen's uppercut. Leo Carter's hype train derailed against Diego Morales's back fist. Tyson Ramsey's crown fell to Alex Vega's kick. Zara Khan's dance ended with Elena Ortiz's right hand, and Ryan Sullivan's taunts were crushed by Nathan Lee's knee. Each fighter stepped into the spotlight thinking they were untouchable, only to be reminded that in combat sports, overconfidence is a one-way ticket to the canvas. The beauty of these moments lies in their universality. It's not just about the fighters, it's about the human condition. We've all seen someone ride a wave of arrogance, only to crash when reality hits. In the ring, the octagon, or life, the lesson is the same. Confidence is a tool, but cockiness is a trap. These knockouts are a visceral reminder to stay humble, to respect the game, because no matter how high you climb, there's always someone ready to bring you back down to earth. As the highlights replace slow-motion shots of fists connecting, bodies falling, crowds roaring, the impact of these moments sinks in. The fighters who fell will get back up, some stronger, some wiser, but the lesson will stick. For the fans, it's a thrill, a spectacle, a story told in sweat and blood. Which knockout hit you the hardest? Was it Jake's collapse, Mia's silence, or Tyson's dethroning? The comment section is waiting for your take. Hit that like button if these knockouts gave you chills. Subscribe for more combat sports chaos. And tap the bell so you don't miss the next time a cocky fighter gets humbled. Until then, keep your hands up, your ego